A very warm and a pleasant welcome to one and all present here. Today, we'll be dealing with module number 10, which is Melodic Grammar, Exploring Music in Paninian Grammar. Panini, a legend, a legacy that is being followed in Sanskrit language. He is none other than the great grammarian himself, who has concised the entire Sanskrit language, who has made a comprehensive framework of grammar and its structure, who has made us feel that Sanskrit is as much as easy and simple. So he is none other than the Panini himself. He has composed a great framework called Ashtadhyayi, which has 8 chapters and 4 padas for each chapter. So he has composed Ashtadhyayi in such a manner that the entire Sanskrit can be comprehensively studied with those sutras. Let us also know the features of Paninian grammar. There are 3 important features in his work. We should know this before we get into what we have in this module. The first one is precision. Precision of logical sutras. It is more or less a mathematical calculation in which he has framed different sutras with different examples, which has different kinds of derivatives, which has Adhikara Sutra, it has Sanya Sutra, it has different kinds of sutras. So it is more or less a mathematical calculation indeed. It has a great generative system. Each and every sutra at the end can derive innumerable words. So there is a strict systematic policy that is being followed in Ashtadhyayi, which generates n number of words in it. It is more or less a meta language. Panini has created a language to use another language. So it is more or less a programming of algorithm. Let us, for example, know a sutra. What is a sutra? Sutra is nothing less than a formula. A formula that is very, very short, crisp, and to the point, which enhances our memory. There's no need to forget when one learns or memorizes these formulas. And these formulas at the end generate innumerable words in its nature. So it is endless in nature, but there are limited formulas for it in number. Key components of Paninian grammar is Nirukta, the etymology, Chandas, the meter or the prosody, Bhasha, the linguistics in nature, Siksha, which is a Vedanga which talks about phonetics and sounds. It is no wonder that Panini is still called as the father of linguistics, the good old ancient master to formulate a comprehensive framework of Sanskrit, because of which today we find it very easy to learn and apply and generate innumerable words in it. So friends, today we will be talking about different musical references in Paninian literature. The Ashtadhyayi that he has created has got innumerable references of music, musicology, raga, rhythm, tala, pause, and several other elements in music. Let us all know where and how Panini has created a great reference to music in nature. Panini's grammar, as codified in the name of Ashtadhyayi, is primarily a work of linguistic structure, as I told you before, but it does contain references to sound, rhythm that resonate with musical concepts. Siksha, the phonetics, and the swaras, the tones in it. Siksha, the science of phonetics, is closely related to Panini's grammar. It emphasizes the correct pronunciation, intonation, the swara, the articulation of sounds, which are essential for both language and music. Varna, the phonemes and musical notes. The organization of Sanskrit phonemes in the Maheshwara Sutra, also called as Shiva Sutra, has rhythmic and systematic structure, resembling a great musical arrangement. Each sound, the unit Varna, can be compared to musical notes in terms of its distinct quality and role in forming harmonious expression. We all know what Maheshwara Sutra is. Maheshwara Sutras are the letters that have come out of Maheshwara's Damaru. So when he was playing the Damaru, these Maheshwara Sutras, which are 14 in number, has come out to this world. And from those Maheshwara Sutras is this Ashtadhyayi, and the entire world of Sanskrit that is generating today is because of Maheshwara Sutra itself. So it holds a very important position in the Paninian grammar. We will be dealing with it soon. Sanskrit terms directly related to music in Paninian grammar. These are some of the references we have got from Paninian grammar. Gana, the Ganam. Singing or chanting, often linked to Vedic recitation, which is both linguistic and musical in nature. Vadya, the instruments as we call them. Instrumental music, though not directly in Paninian's Ashtadhyayi, later texts like the Natya Shastra and the Bharata's commentary connect grammar with musical traditions. Swara Vyanjana, Panini's classification of phonemes into vowels, which are swaras, and consonants, Vyanjana, aligns with music sound classifications. Pratyahara and its musical analogy. The system of Pratyahara, condensed representation of phonemes in Maheshwara Sutra, is used to create rules for phonetic combinations. This structured organization reflects a harmony akin to musical compositions. References in Vedic literature, which is very much linked to Panini. The Vedas, especially the Samaveda, are inherently musical in nature, and we all know this by now. Panini's grammar aids in the preservation of these texts, ensuring their proper pronunciation and melodic recitation. Samagana or Vedic chants from the Samaveda are foundational to Indian classical music. We all know here, we all can see here the Maheshwara Sutras, which are 14 in number. For example, if I take Ayun as the first 4 letters of Maheshwara Sutra, the Pratyahara is the last letter of every set of syllables which are there. So in this manner, we see the Pratyahara in Maheshwara Sutras. Exploring the interplay of language and music with Sanskrit references. Panini's Ashtadhyayi is not only a linguistic masterpiece, but also a reflection of the musical essence of Sanskrit. Its phonetic precision and tonal rules preserve the musicality of Vedic chanting and link it to Indian classical music tradition. Panini uses terms like Udatta, raised one, Anudatta, unraised tone, and Swarita, a combination tone, which are significant in both Vedic chanting and in music theory. Shiva Sutras, the rhythmic foundation. The Maheshwara Sutras are believed to originate from Lord Shiva's Damaru beats, as I told you before. They establish a rhythmic order foundational to phonetics and musicality. See, these are the Sanskrit words which exactly say that these Maheshwara Sutras, which are 14 in number, has come out of Maheshwara's Damaru beats. Nrittavasane Natarajarajo Nanada Dhakkam Navapanchavaram Uddhartu Kamaha Sanakadi Siddhan Etad Vimarshe Shiva Sutra Jalam. So, Vedic chanting, musical tones and grammar. Panini codifies the tones of Vedic chants as 3 in number: Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Udattaha is the raised tone, Anudattaha is the lowered tone, Swaritaha is the combined tone of the previous both the tones. Udattaha Swaritaha Kartavyaha Anudattasya Purvam. Ashtadhyayi's sutra, which means these tones are vital for maintaining the melody of Vedic hymns. Siksha and the Swara. As I told you, Shiksha deals with phonetics or sound system, which is a part of Vedanga. Panini's grammar, especially its phonetic aspects, overlaps with Vedic chanting and musical tones. Concepts like Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita are critical for both linguistic and musical tradition. Udatta, Anudattayoho, Swaritas Sandhi. The combination of raised and unraised tones result in mixed tone. These tone systems are essential for maintaining the musicality in Vedic recitation, akin to pitch modulation in music. comparison of Shiksha and Sangeeta. Siksha, which deals with phonetics, and Sangeeta, which deals with melody and rhythm, share an overlapping goal: the accurate production of pleasing sound. Shiksham yakyasyamaha varnaswaraha matra balam. These are the verses from Taittiriya Upanishad, which says, we shall explain Siksha, focusing on letters, tones, and measures. Shiksha's attention to phonetic detail directly feeds into the tonal and rhythmic rules of Samaveda recitation and the precursor in Indian classical music. Pratyahara and musical structures. Panini's Pratyahara system organizes phonemes systematically similar to musical scales. This structure mirrors the arrangement of notes in ragas, creating harmony and balance. Halantyam, Upadeshe Hantyam, Hal Itsyat. These are the verses which is followed by this sutra in Ashtadhyayi. Varna and the musical note. The organization of phonemes in the Maheshwara Sutra exhibits rhythmic precision. These phonemes, like musical notes, are classified systematically to maintain harmony and balance. Ayun, Ruluk, Ayong, Ayouch, Hayavarat, Lan, Yamangananam, Jhabhai, Ghadadash, Jhabagadash, Kapa Chatata Chatatau, Kapai, Shashasar, Hal. I've just given a few examples here, though I have rendered the entire Maheshwara Sutras, which are also called as Shiva Sutras, here. These sequences not only form the basis of Sanskrit grammar, but also reflect rhythmic arrangement akin to musical patterns in nature. Chandas, the prosody, the meter, the rhythm of language and music. Panini's work supports the study of Chandas, the prosody. The rhythmic structure of Vedic verses, Vedic meters like Gayatri, Anushtup, align with musical tala, that is beats. Gayatri chandobihi stutaha swara samstitihi. Samagana, the musical essence of grammar. Samaveda hymns are sung melodiously. Panini's grammar preserves their tonal accuracy, blending linguistic precision with musicality. Samnam prathama girvani nada eva swaratmakam. So, musical elements and grammatical rules, as we see here. Panini's rule, like musical compositions, balanced structure, and creativity, are very much reflected in these sutras. Rules or formulas like Suptingantam Padam. This is a sutra of Ashtadhyayi. Or Iko Yanachi. Functions like musical constraints that guide pronunciation and form, much like the framework of a raga, are these. So these frame the examples of musical elements and grammatical rules. To conclude with, Panini's grammar connects language and music through phonetic precision, tonal rules, and rhythmic structure. It serves as the foundation for both linguistic clarity and musical artistry. Vyakaranam Sangeetasya Moolabhutam Swara Varna Sutrakam. So friends, with this, we are going to come to the concluding mark here, in which I would like to say that we have seen the different musical aspects in Paninian grammar, how Paninian grammar has been the comprehensive framework for the today's Sanskrit, which we feel very easy to be. He has made a generative structure in which there are limited sutras, but the outcome of those sutras give us generative forms of words which are innumerable in nature. We have also seen the intonation, the swaras, and the meters. We have also seen how it is related to siksha, the phonemes or the phonetics, the sound system. We have also seen how it is directly related to the chandas, the prosody or the metrical system that we follow. I hope you've enjoyed this video also. Thank you.